Hello and welcome to this sellability video. So hopefully this one is a bit of an eye-opener, and I wanted to talk about something that I've seen crop up a bit more in comment sections on YouTube, TikTok, Reddit, Facebook, wherever. And it's typically in response to anyone that presents the Amazon opportunity, like what it is, what's so great about it, and so forth. And the typical comment tends to be something along the lines of, if the Amazon opportunity is so great, why would you share it? Surely you're just making competition, for yourself. And I totally understand where this kind of question is coming from. Like, if it's so great, why would you spread the news about it? And so I wanted to do this video to answer that question and explain that in depth to, help your understanding if you've ever wondered that. So, especially if you are a new Amazon seller, or you're thinking of selling on Amazon, or you've happened just to come across, this video, or bits and pieces of Amazon stuff in general on your travels and not really thought too much of it, but you compared to this video, and here I am explaining it to you. Let me get right down into it. So firstly, Amazon really is a fantastic opportunity, and I'm sure you've heard that here, there, and everywhere, but I'm telling you, like, it really, really is. And there's lots of perks that comes with selling on Amazon. And the most part of why people share it is because they have a really, really positive experience of Amazon. It's a bit like if you buy something and you really like it, like you might have bought an electronic debobbler, for example, and it debobbles your clothes really, really well. What are you going to do? If it works so well that you're so amazed by how well it's worked, what are you going to do? You're going to talk about it. You're going to share that with people. So it's no different for the Amazon opportunity and that kind of experience. It works really well for people, so of course they're going to share that. But then, of course, the other part of the question kicks in. What about the competition it's generating? So we're going to come to that in a little bit, so stick around for that. But let's talk a bit more about why people even share the Amazon opportunity in the first place. So everyone before they sell on Amazon has been in the exact same position. So at a completely different point in their lives where, you just go and do your 9 to 5, and that can be whatever it is, like stacking shelves in a store, being a store assistant, working at a kebab shop, whatever it is that you're doing. So you wake up, you travel to work, however it is that you do that. Maybe you train it, maybe you go by car, maybe you walk, maybe you cycle, whatever it is. So you spend however long it is getting to work. So, it could be that your job's right around the corner, but it could be that your job's an hour away or something like that. So you spend that time traveling to work. So you have to get up early, you have to get ready, and then you're spending a load of time traveling to be there for the start of the day. Then you do your day, and then you finish and you go home. So if that's right around the corner, then of course the travel time bits that I've talked about aren't going to be as applicable. But of course, if it's however long away and you get stuck in traffic jams, or you're having to do that hour commute or whatever it is that you're doing, you get home, because it's been such a long day, you're tired. So what happens with those remaining couple of hours in your evening of your free time? House chores, not doing very much because you don't feel like it because you're tired, dinner, sleep. And then you repeat the same cycle over and over and over again, which leaves you with this little bit known as the weekend where you can actually do stuff. But for a lot of people, that actually ends up, with things like doing the house chores or doing groceries or whatever it is. So, you end up using one of those days to do your own jobs that you need to do. So then you only have 1 day of actual escapism and relaxation and so forth. So if you have this feeling that there is a bit more to life than just doing that, then that's why people want to share the Amazon opportunity, because it gives you a lot more freedom in multiple respects. So you I know people say this quite a bit, but in a sense, you kind of escape the matrix, is the saying. And, you really do, because you develop this entrepreneurial mindset. And, with Amazon, you're your own boss. You're not working hard to build someone else's empire. You are building your own. You are your own boss. You set your own hours. How you go about tasks is going to be in the way that you feel works best for you. So, you've got an element of comfort. You work from home or work from wherever, so you have that freedom with it as well, as long as you've of course got a laptop or a phone or something like that, and the essential bits and pieces you need when running an Amazon business. Then you are able to work from home, you're able to work from where it is that you want. There's lots of ways that you can automate an Amazon business as well over time and outsource certain tasks. So eventually, you are taking, bits of weight off of your shoulders and, gaining that bit more freedom. Especially if, you want to spend more time with your family and so forth, like working from home. Yes, you are doing some work, but you also are present, you're around them. When you're done, you don't have to travel anywhere. There's, so many perks to it. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's just some of the basics. And so people share that because they were once in that kind of position that I described at the start. And then Amazon has completely flipped that around. And not only is it making them more money every month, it's given them all manner of different freedoms. And that's why they share that, because you can have that life as well. It's very, very achievable if you have that knowledge of the opportunity, and of course you put the work in to actually make it a reality. So now let's talk a little bit about that competition bit. So Amazon sellers teaching you how to do Amazon isn't a threat to them. Okay, it's not like you're going to join Amazon and then you're going to copy every single product that they sell, because of course they'll keep that information discreet. Every Amazon seller does. They're not going to give you all of the products that they sell, go, yep, that's where you get it from, that's what you're going to list, and you're going to basically mimic their exact account. There are millions upon millions of products that are available on Amazon, therefore there's millions and millions of opportunities available. Every single seller's got different criteria. They may be able to source certain products for prices that are exclusive to them if they've got a special deal with a wholesaler, whatever it is. Just where they've looked and so forth is different. The criteria is different. So every Amazon seller is different, right? So the chances of you joining Amazon and selling every single product that they sell and, beating them and winning the buy box and taking it from them on every single product, the chances of that are pretty much near impossible. So there's not really any harm for anyone to teach you how to do Amazon. It's just a sharing experience kind of deal. And letting you know of the opportunity. Amazon is a massive thing, okay? And sellers join the platform whether or not they've come through a channel where they've been educated by a content creator about the perks or not. How the sellers have grown on Amazon over the past however many years is amazing. But what these Amazon sellers who are content creators are doing is letting you know of the opportunity, so you are aware of the actual perks. So you're not just sort of starting Amazon blind and not really aware of what it can potentially do for you. And that's what they're sharing with you. That's what they're letting you know. So it's not really affecting their business if they just teach you about the opportunity and the perks. It's just making you aware. So in basically the hopes that you can get to the kind of level and freedom that they are at. And now let's talk a little bit about courses, because I think that goes hand in hand with the follow-up that typically comes with that is, it's just to sell a course. That's why you're telling us about it. There's lots of people that will just tell you about that, the opportunity for free. No one's going to charge you to know about the perks of the opportunity. There's loads of free places to get information. YouTube. There's a free course called Arborversity that works amazingly well and has helped lots of sellers get started with their Amazon businesses. There's people that make TikToks. There's all manner of places that you can get free information. Whether or not you pay for a course is completely down to you. And my advice to you would be, of course, to get it from a credible source, and someone that will outline what exactly you're going to learn and will basically demonstrate to you that the course that they have put together is an airtight thing where you are going to learn everything you could possibly want to know about private label or wholesale or whatever it is. They've gone to the trouble of purposely doing something with their Amazon business and going down a certain route and getting experience and investing in creating that route and so forth. They're doing all of that and acquiring all of this knowledge. Sometimes it's at a cost. So a lot of how we learn is by messing up. And, it might be that they messed up and it's costed them and so forth. And so it's been quite the journey for them to learn that one thing, to then turn it into a course that way you get to do it without the bumps in the road. And so obviously when you acquire that kind of experience and knowledge, you're going to feel it's worth something. There's courses about all manner of things out there. And when you acquire that kind of experience and knowledge, you're going to feel it's worth something. So therefore, it's monetized. And of course, my advice would always be never to go for a course that is an absolute ridiculous price, because I don't believe in things like that. I don't think you should have to pay like a few £100s just to learn something. Like I don't believe in that kind of thing. However, if you would feel it is a reasonable price, then you benefit from it. Okay, it's not that you're paying the money and then, oh, that's it. Like, you apply that knowledge to what you do and it will work. If it's a good course from a credible source, then you will benefit massively from it. Okay, and you'll know if it's a credible source because you will have most likely watched their free content and gotten quite a bit from it. So that's like advanced, like extra learning. And kind of like one-to-one mentoring, of course, without like the one-to-one mentoring bit, but you can do mentoring if you want to. And as an entrepreneur, when you're in that kind of mindset, you want to generate multiple income streams, and that's part of what Amazon unlocks in your head. So if you're completely 100% reliant on one income stream and that goes a bit wobbly or it fails or whatever, like that can basically wipe you out and like defeat you. And you'll wish that you had multiple income streams to support you when that one failed or didn't do so well. I had a month where it was a bit quieter. You will have those other support mechanisms in place to support you, right? And that's what you end up thinking about when you do Amazon and you proceed with it, like thinking about other ways to make money as well. So it might be that as an Amazon seller, you really like some software that you're using or a service that you're using, and they have an affiliate program. You join it, you share it with other people because it's great. They sign up through your link, you make a commission from that. Like, that's a side income to the income that you've now started earning through Amazon. And it might be that you go out of your way to learn, I don't know, private label, for example, and you've got your own techniques that work really well for you, and you know that it would work well for others if they did what it is that you've done, and you might put that into make an effort to put that into a nice course. And of course you would then feel like you'd want to monetize that, because why not? You've put work into it, you've acquired that knowledge, it is worth something. It might be that you sell on eBay as well as Amazon. Like, you just look for ways to generate multiple income streams, and that's what helps you make way more money than you would have had doing the 9 to 5. Okay, it's changed lots of people's lives. Lots of people, like every Amazon seller, was in the exact same position as you may be watching this, and they are now wherever it is that they are in their journey, and they're sharing that with you, and you can see where they are because if they make content, then they'll have a path to follow. You can see where they started and where they are now. Like, you can see that growth, and that's what can happen for you as well. What they're doing is just introducing you to a new opportunity, and that's what it is. There are, of course, bad apples that will just focus on trying to flog a course that I've been doing Amazon for like 2 months and don't actually know everything, and well, even a sufficient amount, that then just want to turn it into a flog course thing, and they don't actually sell on Amazon themselves. And you will kind of get a gut feeling of people like that. But there's bad apples, unfortunately, in every sector. There's the bad apples in sort of like all manner of like, if you went to do eBay, for example, there's people that might want to flog you a dodgy course on there, and that's all they do. If you wanted to become a baker, and there could be someone that doesn't really bake, but they think they know, so they put together this course thing, and they're trying to flog you that to learn how to bake. Like, there's unfortunately people like that in all things, and I think that's what ruins it and creates that misconception. But most Amazon sellers that make content genuinely want to help you because they know how much the opportunity will help. So hopefully this is like really debunked and thoroughly explained that question. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later.